Hi, everyone. I'm going to give a couple of minutes for a few others to join just to make sure that we've got everybody in here before we get started. And then for those of you that have already joined us, just remember to go ahead and drop your location in the comments in the chat below. We will be giving out a $25 gift card to your choice of establishment. So be sure to do that so that you can enter to win that $25 gift card. All right, guys, so I want to go ahead and get started then. Um, for those of you that have not joined us before, I just wanted to provide some additional information for those of you out there that don't know a whole lot about credit or that might have some questions, specific questions to your situation. We just kind of wanted to break down that barrier. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. We do provide free consultations, and we're happy to, give out any information regarding credit repair that we can. So to get started today, I wanted to discuss establishing credit. And my name is Miranda, and I am CFO here at Bright Future Financials. This morning, I wanted to go over what you should be doing. What you should be doing if you're thinking of building your credit, if you've never looked at your credit before. These are the questions that I hear most often in the course of my work. People ask all the time, how do you establish credit? What if you don't have credit? And a lot of people need that information. So that's the purpose of this video today. So to start with, where's your credit and do you know? So one of the most important things that a lot of people do not do is pull a report, a three-bureau report that will give you your full credit history from the very beginning. And it'll also enlighten you if you don't have credit, So the things that we want to start off with is monitoring your scores. Once you've pulled your three-bureau report, you should have some type of credit monitoring. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with Credit Karma, but that is not the credit monitoring service that I'm referring to. Credit Karma is a great tool for instant notifications about credit inquiries or collection accounts, ID, fraud, those things. That's a great tool and a service to have. But credit monitoring that I'm referring to is a service or a subscription that you pay monthly for that will allow you to pull a three-bureau report. So the service that we often use is Smart Credit, but there are dozens out there. There are so many out there available to you. Just a few of them are Identity IQ, Smart Shield. There's a lot of them, but Smart Credit is the one that we utilize most often, and we've found the most results with it. It has additional tools in there that we're going to discuss a little bit later on today, and this is the tool that we provide all of our clients. So you should be monitoring your scores, and that will help you maximize your boost. So as your scores are changing, you can monitor your progress. If there are items that are on there that are hurting your score, it will tell you. It will tell you how to quickly and most effectively boost your scores. So those are some of the tools that we're going to discuss today. And the last tip or advice that I would offer is to keep it consistent. So make sure that you're making your monthly payments on time. Make sure that you are continually keeping your utilization below 30% of your credit limit. And most importantly, that you continue to keep the credit monitoring and that you're constantly checking back each month to make sure that all of the information on there is as accurate as possible. Okay, so the next item that I wanted to discuss today is the smart credit itself. So in this next slide, you'll see we have access to Score Tracker, Score Builder, and Score Master. Okay, so this is actually my smart credit. So I have blocked out a few items, some sensitive information here. So normally at the top of the screen, directly to the right of Control Your Credit Score, you would see your current score as of, and then it'll have your date. So Score Tracker is just one of the tools in Smart Credit that you can utilize. It tells you your scores from the very beginning when you sign up for Smart Credit. And then as the months progress, as your scores increase, it will show you your progression of scores. So you can click on the link next to, or on the button next to Score Tracker, and you can follow tips, and it gives you a ton of advice about how to increase your scores. Just below that is Score Builder, and it will give you an estimate of what your scores could be as you're making repairs, as you're going in, disputing items that are inaccurate. You can do all of that directly from Smart Credit. So if you're not interested in a credit repair company, if you're not ready to commit to signing up to a company to do those repairs for you, you can sign up for Smart Credit, and you can do all the repairs in there yourself. So Smart Credit is a great tool. We recommend it to all of our clients, and even those that aren't our clients. Once they graduate from our program, we actually recommend that they keep it. That way they can keep up to date on their repairs, items that are added to their credit. So like I said, it's a great tool, but Score Builder is one of those tools that we recommend you get in and you use. So Score Builder is going to give you information specifically to your accounts. Later on in the slide, we're going to discuss Money Manager, and that ties in with Score Builder as well. Score Builder is connected to Money Manager, and it will give you tips on what accounts you should open, what accounts should be, what accounts you should pay. It will tell you when your payments are due. So this is a great tool, and it will give you a projection. So it'll say, okay, if you do this, your score could be increased by 90 points in 30 days. So it will tell you exactly what you need to do to get those score increases. And of course, these results may vary depending on other factors. So just keep in mind that this is a projection, but you know, it is a great tool. So the next item is Score Master. Score Master is probably one of my favorite features of Smart Credit. It will show you all of your accounts that are currently open. And it will tell you, okay, you are spending this much each month. This is your balance currently on these open lines of credit. And then it'll say, okay, here is the score you could be at. And if you move along the line, it will tell you, okay, your score could be increased by 178 points if you pay this amount on each card and if you do not spend anything else. Or if you have no limit on there, it'll say, okay, you need to spend at least 30% of that credit limit to see a maximum boost. So Score Master is another feature that Smart Credit includes with their monthly subscription, and it is a fantastic feature. So I will actually, in the next slide here, I'm going to actually show you mine. So again, I have grayed out some sensitive information because that is none of your business. But this is Score Master. So this one is my absolute favorite tool. So in the first box here, it's going to tell you, the orange box in the right-hand corner of the page, you'll see total spending, and it'll say, okay, you should not spend any money this month on any of your cards. You want to keep away from spending anything. And then it'll say total payments. So it'll say, okay, you need to pay at least this much. So say you're looking at your budget this month and you have close to that amount. You can say, all right, well, I've got close to that amount, but I can't quite get there. Okay, so say you've completed your budget like we showed you in the last video, and you are looking at about let's say $300, you have about $190. So you're right at $200. You can take this blue bar along the middle of the screen, that little circle there with the dot, the pinpoint, you can move that down the line and say, okay, I can pay, $190 instead of that $300, and it'll tell you how much your scores will improve by. So this is a great feature, a great tool to help maximize your boost. It'll tell you, okay, to optimize your boost, you should pay, $100 toward, your first account. You should pay, $80 towards your other and $10 towards the third account. So that will kind of help you determine which account is most important, which one needs to be paid first. And this is a great feature. Like I said, Smart Credit is just chock full of helpful information about credit repair. And this is just a fantastic feature. I will have Smart Credit for the rest of my life. I need it. So that's just one of them. Then the next is Money Manager. So this is another great tool, especially for those of us who are maybe a little forgetful. I myself am one of those people. Especially if you have multiple accounts, it can be difficult to remember when your due dates are, especially if you don't use automatic withdrawal. Making sure that all of your payments are made on time. You can do all of that through Money Manager. So Money Manager will tell you how many accounts based on your credit report, how many open accounts you have. So it will list them there at the top of the page here in that first blue box with that little red circle there. It'll have a number of accounts, and that's actually a drop-down box. And when you select an item from the drop-down box, you can actually log in to each of those accounts. It will pre-populate your balances and tell you exactly what the amount is due each month. It'll tell you your due dates, what the amount is, what your credit limit is. So this is a great feature to have. You can also toggle between the open accounts and link all of it there. And like I said, Money Manager is directly connected to Score Builder. So this information is really good. So when you set up your Smart Credit account, this is one of the first things that I recommend that you do. So once you've completed your sign up for there, you should start seeing some increases in your scores once you start utilizing your credit limits the way you should, keeping that below that 30% of your credit limit. You should start seeing some boost in your credit scores. I'm going to share just one of the boosts that I have seen, and I just took a quick snapshot of it, and here it is. So this was I don't know why, but Smart Credit in particular, when you get that little notifications that congratulations, your score has increased, it is so exciting. Like, I don't know why. It's like a kid in a candy store. I'm like, oh my gosh, my score has gone up. I'm happy. So this is one of the cool things that Smart Credit does. When you log in and pull your reports, it'll give you a refresh and it'll say, hey, congrats, your score has increased, or hey, this is something that you might want to be concerned about. This is alarming. So that is another feature of Smart Credit that is just terrific. All right. And so the next item on my list that I wanted to discuss today is, what if you do not have any credit? So I get asked this question a lot. So we've all been there. If you don't have any credit history, applying for lines of credit can be frustrating, especially if you're being denied just because you don't have any credit history. Even if you are financially responsible, getting that across to a lender or a creditor is the hardest, starting point. But the good news is there are a lot of companies out there that will help establish credit without credit history. So one of those would be one of the ones that we recommend to our clients is Credit Strong. Credit Strong is a secured loan, I guess you could say. It's actually a savings account that's open through Austin Capital Bank. And when you open the account, you select your payment amount. You can set it as low as $15 a month. You can set it as high as you want. There are several plan options available on there, and they will actually ask you a few questions and tell you which one would be best for your situation. So Credit Strong is an account that's opened. It's a savings account that's opened in your name at Austin Capital Bank, and you select the term, so however long you want to have the account open and how long you want to put money towards that savings account. And at the end of the term, you get all of the money back, and it looks like you're approved for a loan. So say you want to save up $200 or $500. You're putting money into that savings account. At the end, once you've reached that limit, you get all of that money back, and it looks like you were approved instantly for a $500 loan. So it looks really, really good to the credit bureaus, and it shows consistent payment history as long as you make those payments. And then the cool thing about it is, if something happens and you have to close the account, you can. There's no real penalty except that it would close the account and it would not look as good to creditors because you had a line of credit that was closed. So that is a terrific way to build credit if you have no credit history, because you're putting the money into the account, so they're opening the line of credit for you. Now I know I'm kind of rambling on about Credit Strong, so I'm going to drop a video for you guys to watch real quick, and that way you can kind of see for yourself a little bit more about Credit Strong.
Imagine how your life would transform with stronger credit. You could get approved for better credit cards, finance that vehicle you've had your eye on, or even purchase the home of your dreams. But building strong credit can be confusing and sometimes difficult. That's because in the past you had to apply for a credit card, hope you're approved, then try to build credit by spending. But what if you could build credit by saving instead of spending? With Credit Strong, now you can. Credit Strong has made building credit stress-free. Now you can establish or build your credit by building savings instead of spending. With no upfront security deposit, no hard credit inquiry or credit score required, and low monthly payments, it's easy to get started. You can apply online 24 hours a day and be approved in just minutes. Credit Strong is a division of an independent community bank that's 5-star rated and FDIC insured, so you know that both your money and personal information are safe and secure. Transform your life with Credit Strong. How does Credit Strong build your credit history and savings at the same time? A Credit Strong account is like a savings plan that builds credit. That's because it's a fusion of an installment loan and an FDIC-insured savings account. When you open a Credit Strong account, we open a savings account in your name and instantly give you a loan. The money from your loan is deposited into your savings account. We place a lock on the savings account to secure the loan. You make small monthly payments of principal and interest on your loan. The principal is like a payment to yourself and pays down the lock on your savings. The interest is what we earn to provide the service. When the loan is repaid in full, we remove the lock on your savings and the money is available to you. Continue growing your savings with regular deposits. As a bank, we report your monthly loan payments directly to the 3 major credit bureaus, building your credit history as you go. We provide a free FICO score monthly so you can track your progress. Building credit by saving has never been easier. Want to learn more? Visit us at www.creditstrong.com.
So there you have it. Credit Strong is a wonderful tool if you're trying to establish credit and if you want to work on savings. That is a great way to do both of those at one time. Credit Strong has great reviews. They are currently partnered with us. So if you follow our link, which we'll share in the comments below, if you follow our link, you actually can sign up. All of your sign-up fees are waived. So be sure to check out Credit Strong if you're looking to start saving and start establishing credit. The next item that I really wanted to share with you all is Credit Builder Card. So it is another fantastic feature if you are trying to establish new lines of credit. It is a secured card. and they are also partnered with us. So if you sign up via the link that we're going to drop in the comments below, you can sign up, and all of the fees that you would normally be charged to apply, those we take care of. So you can apply for this card. There is no credit check. You just select the card that you want. I believe the limit is $200. You pay your security deposit first, which is that $200. They mail you the card. The card is actually, it is Credit Builder card, but it is first progress. So when you sign up for the card, they will mail it to you, and you typically start seeing an increase. I believe most of our clients see an increase between 50 and 75 point increase after the first month. So you'll sign up, you will wait 2 weeks to get your card in the mail, and then as long as you are using the card appropriately, which means keeping your utilization below that 30%. So if you're getting a $200 card limit, you want to be keeping your balances below $60. You should not be spending more than $60 on that card. So you get your card in the mail, you can spend up to $60, you make your payment in full, and then you can use the card again. Just remember that you should not be going over that $60 limit, just because you want to keep that utilization below 30% to see the maximum boost in your credit scores. So yes, Credit Builder card is another great tool if you want to start establishing credit, and if you need a card. It's a great tool. And as I said, we're going to drop a link in the comments below so that you guys can check it out. And if you follow that, you can actually sign up, and there are no fees other than your security deposit to get started. All right, and the next item that I wanted to go over is, I'm going to go ahead and share out this video of Credit Builder card just so you can see a little bit more about it. If that's something you're interested in, you can follow the comments and follow the link in the comments. Thanks so much.
Everyone knows it's important to build credit, but how do you actually get started building it? Hello, Credit Builder card. If you think back to your first apartment, there was a security deposit. Credit Builder card is a secured credit card that requires a refundable deposit, just like that apartment did. To get started, complete the easy application process and fund the $200 deposit through your debit or prepaid card to get your credit line of $200. There's no credit score requirement. Once you receive your card, make a small number of purchases each month on it. You'll receive a monthly bill for the amount you spent, and by paying that bill on time each month, you build positive credit. And while you can't use your deposit to pay your monthly bill, you will get it back when you close your card, so long as your account is paid in full. Sign up with Credit Builder card and discover the easiest way to build credit.
All right, there you go, guys. That is Credit Builder card. The next item that I really wanted to share with you all is Grow Credit. So this is another great feature, another great tool if you're looking to establish credit. So if you will, I'm going to just share out how it works with you guys. All right, so you can follow right here to, excuse me. All right, so to get set up with the account for free, you can go to Grow Credit and, let's see, sorry guys, fortunately it is not big enough to read. All right, so Grow Credit is another tool that we provide our clients with, and you can use your Netflix subscription to actually build credit. So this is a pretty cool one. They approve you for just enough credit limit to cover the subscription, and you can pick Netflix. I believe another is Pandora Radio, Hulu Plus. So this is all a great way to go ahead and establish credit. And Pandora Radio, Hulu Plus, I believe those are the three that they list. And as you work on your credit, this is another one that will help you establish a line of credit. It is a small line, but keeping that consistency that we talked about earlier will help just prove to lenders and creditors that you are financially responsible. So that's another great option is Grow Credit. All right. So then the next item that I wanted to go over is other ways that you can build credit. So traditionally, opening a line of credit has been the easiest way to do it. But if you don't have credit history, that can be difficult. That can be challenging. So there are other ways to help prove your financial responsibility that will look better to a lender or any creditor that you're applying for. So opening a bank account is a big one. So a lot of people, especially my age, don't have a bank account, which is kind of strange to me because it is an important part of being an adult and establishing credit. But a lot of the times when you go to apply for a line of credit or any type of account, they will ask for your routing and account information, your bank account information. And to a creditor, as long as you keep that account in good standing, you're using it responsibly, that's going to look great to any lender out there. So that's one of the main things that they will check when you go to apply for a line of credit. So just keeping an open bank account in good standing is a great way to do that. The next item is being consistent. So I've already kind of mentioned that a little bit in the very beginning, but this is another really big part of it because a potential lender might look at other areas of responsibility, such as your monthly income, that it's consistent, you are keeping a long-term job, or your place of residency. So, being in one place for a long period of time does also look really good to a lender. So that's another great feature. I don't know. A lot of the times when you apply for a line of credit, it'll ask how long you've been at a residence or how long you have lived there. That's another indicator. That is an important part of being consistent. And then finally, consider a cosigner or a co-applicant. So a financially responsible individual could add a family member to one of their existing lines of credit, and that helps build credit history, length of credit, and financial responsibility, especially if they're using it correctly. So if you have a family member out there, they could add you as an authorized user. Even if you don't have access to the card, it still would open a line of credit in your name, and it would look good to lenders out there. And then finally, if you're trying to apply for a new line of credit, having a cosigner or a co-applicant can increase your chances of acceptance, especially if they have more credit history, if they have a longer credit length, and if they are financially responsible with their lines of credit. So those are all good ways to help build financial responsibility so that you can be approved for those other lines of credit. And that's really all I wanted to share with you all today. I feel like establishing credit is not as hard as I once thought it was. Once you know that there are options out there, and once you know what's available to you, it's just working out what's best for your situation. So now that I've shared all of that information out with you, I wanted just to remind everybody that's in the video now to share their name and location in the comments in the chat below so that you can enter to win that $25 gift card. Again, it will be your choice of establishment. So we will be picking a winner today, and we'll get that out as soon as possible. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time, and I hope to see you guys next time. All right, bye-bye.